close, cause I'm about to let you know. Stick to your budget, you know your pace. Invested in the market, you know what you can make. Keep your dough safe, that's only if you serious about these money issues. Do you wanna know how to make your money grow? Do you wanna know? New age money makers, you know it's in you. Make this paper, you know who to speak to. Make your money grow. It's for the future, it's that simple.
Sanibonani Makaya, Kimampoya Ludumedisang, and thank you so much for joining me on an exciting lesson of financial literacy. In the last lesson, we looked at some scary facts about the unemployment rate in South Africa and all over the world. We looked at technology, both its positive and negative effects. We found out that companies use machines to replace human workers, but also that technology gives you an opportunity to create your own business. We also looked at downsizing, where companies use less workers to do the same amount of work.
No, for sure, Mampo. How are you doing? You cannot just rely on the government or big businesses to create jobs anymore. We have to go out there and create jobs for ourselves.
In many countries, including South Africa, more and more people are working from home, either as employees of companies or as consultants. That is, people who give advice to companies about running their business and provide certain services to the companies.
That's what I want to do, Mampo. Work from home. Just imagine, huh? No transport hassles. I could work when I want to. It'll be perfect.
In Japan, companies downsized long ago, and now almost all the work that a company does is outsourced to other companies. Let's say you're making a car. Wouldn't it be easier to pay one company to make the steering wheel, another company to make the seats, and so on?
For sure. All you'd have to do is connect the steering wheel and put in the seats. And voila, you have a car.
Well, that's exactly what happens in Japan. Instead of one big company making all the parts of a car, the company hires many smaller companies to make all the different bits and pieces. It means the car company doesn't have to have huge factories all over the place or employ thousands of workers. It's a way of saving money, Mandla.
But each of the companies that it employs, let's say for instance, the steering wheel company, can set up its own business and make profit for itself.
Exactly. Outsourcing creates opportunities for small businesses to grow and jobs to be created.
But what does all this have to do with learners finding a job when they leave school?
We need to create jobs for ourselves, Mandla. It's important to become a solution finder and not a complainer if you can't find a job when you leave school. New opportunities are being created every day, and we need to learn from what is happening in other parts of the world.
But Mampo, how do we do that?
First, we need to know what we are good at. Let's start with you, Mandla. What are your strengths? What experience do you have?
I'm just an average kind of guy. I'm good at soccer. I like socializing with my friends. And listening to good music.
You need to start thinking about these kinds of things, Mandla. You also need to start looking at the people around you who live in your community. What are they interested in? What do they need? You need to start looking for business opportunities.
I get what you're saying, Mampo. You need to keep your eyes open and your ears to the ground, right?
Exactly. So you want to start a business. Well, first things first. What is an enterprise?
Enterprise? I don't know, Mampo. You tell me.
It's just another name for a business, but you'll be hearing a lot about this in the next few weeks. Remember that the main purpose of an enterprise or business is to make profit for the owners. So how does a business make profit?
It depends, I think, on what kind of business it is. I mean, most businesses sell things, right?
Absolutely right. In fact, all businesses sell something. They might sell goods like fruit or vegetables, or bicycles or cars. Or they might sell services like a haircut or a car wash or transport to town.
Oh, I see. So all businesses sell something, even if what they're selling is not really a thing, but a service. Oh, I got you.
The owner of a business is called an entrepreneur. The customers of the business are called the market. Don't confuse this with the other kind of market where you might go to buy vegetables or meat.
Sure, let me get this straight quickly. So on the one hand, you've got the entrepreneur, okay, and he or she is the one doing all the selling. They are the owners of the company. Then on the other hand, you've got the market. The market is all the customers that the entrepreneur is trying to sell to, right?
That's right, Mandla. You're learning quickly. Now, we already mentioned that the main aim of an enterprise is to make profit. But there's another aim, and that is to serve the community. Businesses can do this by employing people in the area, giving sponsorships, or even assisting specific charities.
For sure, it's not always about profit. You can't forget your roots.
Let's take a quick look at the jobs that a business needs to do in order to make a profit. Let's start off by looking at a small business that you could start running. Firstly, you need to have a product or service to sell. Any ideas?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe I could sell fat cooks. You know, my mom makes really good fat cooks, and I was thinking maybe I could ask her for lessons, and maybe I could sell them.
That sounds perfect. So firstly, you need to find the money to buy the ingredients for your fat cook, as well as to do all your administrative jobs.
Administrative jobs? Mampo, what administrative jobs? Because I'm just selling fat cooks.
You'll need to keep accurate records to make sure that you keep your money safe and have enough change for your customers. Also, you need to work out how many fat cooks you will sell every day and how much flour and yeast you will need to buy.
Oh, okay. I never really thought about that, eh?
Lastly, you need to advertise. You need to let people know where they can buy your fat cooks from and at what times.
Of course. I never thought of that either.
A big business in the real world works in exactly the same way. However, more money is at risk to start the business, so therefore, more planning needs to be done to make sure that you don't lose this money. Okay, so what was the first part of the business we discussed?
You must have a product to sell, like a car, or you can have a service, like a car wash.
Absolutely. A business will either manufacture a product, sell products, or offer a service. What was the second part of starting a business?
Oh yeah, the administrative work.
That's right. The administrative work is very important to make sure the business is operating efficiently. What else, Mandla?
You have to advertise.
Exactly. Advertising is a form of marketing, and marketing is all about making sure people know about the product you are selling. Whether you have a small business selling fat cooks or a big business selling aeroplanes, the way the business is run is basically the same.
Cool. So you're saying the lessons I learned selling fat cooks, I could use them when I've got a business selling aeroplanes?
Basically, that's why you should pay lots of attention, man.
For sure, Mampo. Now, let's get this party started.
Okay, let's look at each one of these sections to see what we need to remember to run a really successful business. Firstly, what do we need to do to ensure we have a good product or service? We need to do market research to find out what our potential customers want.
No, for sure. I could go to my sister's school and find out what kind of products they would like to buy at lunchtime.
Exactly, Mandla. Now, to ensure we have an excellent product or service, the products or the service we wish to offer must be developed and clear in our minds. The product may need to be manufactured or bought, or the service that will be offered needs to be finalized. The quality of the product or service must be established and controlled. The amount of stock we need needs to be controlled.
Oh, so if we follow these 5 rules, we've guaranteed that our product or service is going to be spot on.
Absolutely, Mandla. But it doesn't matter that you're selling the best products in the world if nobody knows about them. So our next section is marketing.
No, for sure. We need to get the word out to the streets. Come taste Mandla's fat cooks.
And I'll be the first person to taste them. We talk about the 4 P's of marketing. The first P is the product. What should be made, or what product or service should we sell? The next P is the price. How much should it be sold for? The third P is promotion. We need to decide how we will tell people about what we are selling. The last P is place. This is where we are going to sell our products from.
The 4 P's, I like it. Product, price, promotion, and place. They're also easy to remember.
That's right, Mandla. So what is the final part of our business?
The administration, keeping everything looking 100%.
That's right. With the administration of the business, we need to look at the following things. The payment of expenses such as stationery, taxes, electricity, rent, telephones, and so on. The payment for raw materials that we will use to manufacture our products, or the payment for the things that we are going to sell, like cold drink that we will buy from another supplier. Paying staff, including their benefits such as medical aid and pensions. Maintaining staff records and managing the holidays that staff take. collecting money that is owed to the business, keeping and maintaining all the financial records such as the cash receipts, cash payments, income statements, and so on. And finally, ensuring communication with staff and others takes place efficiently. This will include faxes, email, written messages, telephone messages, filing, and office supplies.
Wow, that's a lot of things to remember. But in our next lesson, can we just go over them again?
Sure, Midlos. Till next time, hi Papa Atwe.